Whitehall with us now. They are from Charleston, South Carolina. How you doing, gentlemen?
Hey, what's going on?
Good.
Oh, there you are in the back.
Yeah,
Squishy all foreheads. Gotta squish all foreheads in.
Hey, well, we love that you guys make it happen. It's always cool when we get the full ensemble with us. And before we even begin this conversation, I just want to remind the listeners that you can check out our 6th installment of Off the Fret, More Music Talk, featuring emo rocker Anson, out now on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. And Whitehall, this summer, the band announced your upcoming 3rd album, Maizy, which is accompanied by a fresh new banger called Rose. And what can you tell us about the new record coming out next year?
Yeah, we're really excited about it. We wrote it like up in the mountains all together over 2 weeks. So it was a really like cool collaborative process. Then we went out and cut it in LA back in January. And it's cool. It's like really, I feel like it's the most us album that we've made so far.
You know, am I talking to the Stones? You said you turned this album around in 2 weeks and you went up to the mountains. I mean, there's a lot of bands out today that are bitching that they don't get like 2 to 3 years to be able to produce your product. I mean, why the quick turnaround?
I don't know. I guess it just worked out.
Yeah.
Right?
We were just feeling it. We got up, because we didn't go in with anything, and we were kind of worried we were going to get up there and not be able to crank anything out. We just kind of sat there. We just kept having ideas. It was really productive. Cool. It was fun.
That is totally freaking insane. And like, where did the inspiration for your brand new LP, Maizy, come from? Like, what does the album title even mean?
So that's kind of funny. The album title comes from our producer's dog, it was kind of there the whole time we were recording the record. And I don't know. I feel like just like a little bit of her personality kind of bleeds into the feeling of the record a little bit. And
okay, so you need to talk about the personality of the dog. What's the dog like?
Just like a calming presence, you know, the entire time. Calming, but also every time I looked her in the eyes, I feel like I got a good new idea. So she definitely has some connection to the cosmos that she was feeding.
I'm sure some people thought you meant calming, but I think you're saying calming. No, I'm just joking with you guys. But no, I think that's super
awkward
cool.
Joke.
Okay, fine. Yeah. That's not what we meant. Yeah. It's like Cosmo, you know, from Guardians of the Galaxy. That's what I was starting to think Maizy was. But anyways, Patty, I want to throw you this question, my man, because in your new song, you sing in the chorus, "I'm just a drunken telephoner. Can you hear the other end? I think I'm getting sick of meaning anything." And dude, I don't even know what drunken telephoner is, but I'm in. I'm sold. Let me know what you were thinking when you were singing that lyric.
Yeah, so Brennan actually wrote it, but which is great.
Yeah.
This album was the first that like we kind of all wrote all the songs nearly. But yeah, he got that line, and yeah, it's about down drunk, you know.
It came from a Kurt Vonnegut book, actually. It's Slaughterhouse-Five. There's some line about being a drunken telephoner. I was like, that just sounds cool, so I put it in, and I don't know. And then the other
that
one
is hilarious.
Lyric, so you know.
Say that one more time. I cut you off.
The second part, the meaning anything part, I took from a car seat headrest lyric. So it's just kind of like borrowed lines and ideas and it kind of sounds nice and abstract. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds dark. You know, you guys are an indie rock band, but I feel like I'm talking to a black metal band. I mean, that's totally insane. It's super deep. I think that's so cool. And you know what? Right now on the Chris Collins Show, Millennial Talk Show, we are going to be showing the CCS family what's good. So we're going to be playing Whitehall's brand new single, Rose, right now on Strike a Chord.
I've been feeling flares up for the light that shines on my face. I've been waiting for a crowd to put me in my place. Tired of setting off fireworks every day. It's too loud and the dogs howl. Couldn't matter less what they say. Deja vu on the radio, auto-tune sweet summer songs. Static to me, pink noise and heat. Out of tune, singing along. Is it alright if I'm waiting for all this to feel alright before talking or
What's good? That is Whitehall's brand new single, Rose, live on the Chris Collins Show, Millennial Talk Show. We got the lovely gentleman with us right now. And you guys, I just want to remind the listeners real quick that, if you can physically or digitally pick up that record, you're going to know these tracks. And we got the one and only Charleston, South Carolina band with us, Whitehall. And guys, I couldn't be more stoked for you guys because, obviously I got to show the poster real quick for everybody. You guys are the special guest for Goo Goo Dolls opening up for their brand new album, Chaos in Bloom Tour. I think that is super badass. I know that they are lucky to have you. How do you guys feel about joining this this fall tour?
It changed our lives immediately.
It's really awesome.
And how so?
I mean, it's like a childhood dream come true. It's like we grew up listening to them. We were kids, and it's a wild. That we live in a simulation like this,
Yeah, for sure.
And how does something like Whitehall getting involved with Goo Goo Dolls on tour goes down? Because I'm sure there's a lot of people that are tuning in right now that are just like, even, pursuing artists that are like, man, I want to be in the same position as Whitehall. How did you guys get this to go down?
I don't know. A lot of things had to go right. I guess are the label that we're signing to for this record, the guy who runs it actually manages them. And so I think it was kind of him.
Very cool. So they obviously, Goo Goo Dolls must have seen you guys on the record label. They thought, oh my Lanza, this band knows how to bring the bangers. I think that is so much fun.
They're big enough that they're going to check to see who is on the list too. I mean, that's what I think is really cool is they gave the okay for you. They're like, yes, we love them. Let's have them on. Like, I think that to me is a huge accomplishment too.
Have you guys been able to talk with Goo Goo Dolls just yet?
Not the
Just
not
their
the
crew.
dudes. Yeah, just the crew.
The crew's nice.
Nice, man. I think that's so super exciting for you guys because I know with this brand new banger, you're only teasing me. You guys haven't dropped the music video just yet for the new album. I know it's not dropping until next year in January, so you still got time to keep the hype train going. But what I think would be really cool to definitely talk about is some of your past work. And I know the music video that we're about to be playing is called "Good Guy" off your guys' album "Swordfish Catcher," which is always such a banger. And can you guys explain the meaning of what a good guy means? How do I become a good guy?
You're already a good guy.
No,
I like, hey, Marissa, they think I'm a good guy. I think we can just end the show now. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, what's the message behind this track?
So I was dating somebody at the time who was mad at me occasionally. I was like, I just want to be the good guy for once, So there's a little bit of a, dichotomy there of just like wanting to be good, but maybe you already are, So
Were you dating a narcissist? Because that sounds like what a narcissist would do.
Well, it's funny that
I gotta sing. It's part of the job,
Well, it's funny that you say that because I was actually watching a clip from the Graham Show, and he was talking with comedian Nikki Glaser, and they actually they were talking about how they once dated before during the pandemic, and Nikki Glaser was saying the reason why I just couldn't keep with this relationship was he's such a nice guy. He's a good guy. And what's the problem with that? Like, what happened with all the good guys, Marissa? I mean, don't you see that Patty's just a lovable dude right now here on Strike a Chord? What advice could you give Patty right now, Marissa?
Stay being a good guy because honestly, no, all women love a good guy. Just be good in bed. Like you can't be a good guy
so
and
Patty,
be crappy
you're good in bed?
Do you know
What
I'm
about
saying?
the rest of the gentlemen?
Right? You gotta be good in bed because I've dated a lot of bad guys and they were horrible in bed. So don't last long. So good guy, good in bed, and you got it golden.
Well, I think Marissa went there. Is Whitehall good in bed?
the big question.
Whitehall is the whole band? Are you talking about some gangbang action? Whoa, Chris.
Hey, well, I mean, the album, after all, is called Swordfish Catcher. I don't know if there's any hidden meaning to that. Nah, I'm just playing, gentlemen. But hey, let's go ahead and play your guys'. I love this music video. The visuals are amazing. And you, the CCS family, are in for a treat. This song's called Good Guy, live on the Chris Collins Show, Millennial Talk Show.
You don't like the way drive. You say I'm gonna get in a wreck. I don't think that you're wrong, it's just that I'll die if you're correct. I don't wanna know just how right you are about everything. Make fun of me for, about all my stupid scars. Wanna be the good guy, don't wanna die. Wanna be the good guy. Some things happen, some things don't. I don't like the way I freak out. Every time I try to explain myself, a shade of green I see in the trees, how the light catches on it, how it helps me breathe. Wanna be the good guy, don't wanna die. Wanna be the good guy. Some things happen, some things don't. Wanna be the good guy, don't wanna die. Oh no, no, I wanna be the good guy. Some things happen, some things don't. Some things don't.
Hey, that's what's good. That is Whitehall. That is their track, Good Guy. You can find that off their amazing sophomore LP that is called Swordfish Catcher. And, I know I've been pressing, Patty a little bit much, but let's talk with some of the band members here now. I know Avery, Brandon, and Davis. Let's talk with you guys. So, when Patty is coming up with new material for this brand new album, Maizy, I understand that you guys did this in 2 weeks. This is like the first time I'm hearing this correctly. You guys all collaboratively, wrote lyrics together. Did you guys like separate into different rooms, or did you guys all join together when writing this content?
No, you got it.
Well, sometimes we get separated into different rooms. I feel like it was mostly like we get into the room. We're pretty good at coming up with instrumentals with just kind of little bits and pieces of music that maybe Patty brought or one of us brought, and we'll kind of build an instrumental for this version. Specifically Rose.
Yeah. Hey, I have the same problem too.
Talking in public, what are you gonna do? But we all kind of sat around the computer and just kind of, all right, what is this? This is a good line, So it's like line by line. It was one of the only, or one of the first times we'd ever really done that specific kind of thing. But all the other songs sort of had that sort of vibe to them too. But a lot of them had a little bit more. One person gave a little bit more of the lyrics or something like that, I guess. I don't know. Like that.
No, I find that fascinating because a lot of artists, over the 4 years of the Chris Collins show, especially when we're having them on Strike a Chord, when it comes to the musical standpoint, it always seems like they want to write the music first and then the lyrics is easier to make it happen. Well, it sounded like you guys started off with lyrics and then wrote the music. Is that something that you guys are doing as a new practice, or has that always been the flow when it comes to Whitehall?
No, I think it just kind of, each song is kind of different. I don't know. It just kind of depends. Sometimes it'll start with like a lyric, but I feel like most of the time it starts with some sort of like riff or musical idea, and then lyrics usually come after it, or they happen at the same time. Yeah.
I feel like when I'm writing a lot of this stuff, I feel like they have to happen at the same time, or they don't make sense to me. So
yeah,
I'm actually the opposite. I write a lot of poems, so I usually write lyrics first and then slap music on top of them. It's really
Gotcha. Yeah, because it's always so cool to dig in the brains of especially young artists like you guys. And like I said, Goo Goo Dolls is like super lucky to have you guys on tour. And I know, Patty, like, how do you talk with the rest of your band members? Like, because I can only imagine you're the singer. They might not necessarily understand the whole tonality of how you can project the lyrics out. And how do you talk with them when it has to, have that difficult decision where you go, that line's not necessarily going to work, or I don't like necessarily saying it like this or singing it like this. How do you approach the rest of the guys when these problems arise?
Yeah, it's a different conversation every time, but it's funny singing the words that somebody else wrote, especially like they'll bring in a way that it's like, here's the syllables that fit. And I'm just like, I can't figure out how to say that word there. So they actually give me a lot of leeway in how to do it, which is great.
Well, it sounds like it. I think that is super cool. And I know we're actually going to be doing another throwback because that is the beauty of the Chris Collins Show, Millennial Talk Show. We are a video on air production, and we're actually going to be looking back again, actually the closing track to Swordfish Catcher. And this song's called 2810. So we're going to be able to play that right now for the CCS family. So guys, what are we waiting for? This is 2810.
I just wanna be there inside. Construction starts next door. They're using jackhammers, I'm sure. They might as well be in the same room as me. Find my keys. Don't wanna talk, don't wanna write, I just wanna be. I just wanna be happy inside.
That is Whitehall, and that is their amazing music video, 2810. You can go ahead and check that out on their album, Swordfish Catcher. And gentlemen, let the CCS family know what's good. Where can they purchase tickets to this concert that you guys are going to be all going on tour with Goo Goo Dolls?
They can either go to our website or our link tree on our Instagram. There's a link in there for everything.
Hey, that's what's good. And gentlemen, I can't thank you guys enough for joining Strike a Chord, where if you physically or digitally pick up that record, you're going to know these tracks. And when the album starts to get closer to coming out, gentlemen, let's definitely talk about that record. Love to have you guys back on. You guys are amazing souls, and good luck with the venture with Goo Goo Dolls.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you.
Rock and roll, gentlemen. We'll talk with you guys at another time.